great metropolitan areas in this country. Dallas, Texas, the Metroplex here deep in the heart of Texas as we get ready to bid adieu until September. Hot weather, you bet, 90 degrees, but that's an improvement over the last couple of days as we welcome you to Mariner Baseball at Globe Life Park. Mariners taking on the Texas Rangers. Dave Sims and Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew on hand. So we get you ready for action here. Let's take a look. Mariners starting lineup that will face off against veteran left-hander Derek Holland.
This afternoon's starting lineup is brought to you by Chevron. Leading off, it'll be Marte. 3 hits in the series for him so far. He's really had an impact for the Mariners in that leadoff spot. Then it's Kyle Seager, Cruz, Cano, and Gutierrez getting the start in left field. He will bat 5th. Jackson, Mark Trumbo, the DH, hitting 7th. Montero getting the start at first base, batting 8th. And Mike Zunino will round out the 9 for the Mariners. Take a look at Derek Holland. Again, just the 1 start so far this year. He's been on the disabled list all year. His first start back from that. See the high ERA, just pitched an inning, was having some shoulder issues. The reason why he missed most of the year. Typically from him, you're going to see a pretty good fastball, 92 to 95 miles an hour. He likes to throw his slider quite a bit. Also, he will pitch inside. And a look at the defense brought to you by American Family Insurance. Strasburger getting the start in left field. DeShields in center. Chu out in right. Beltre, the Gold Glover, at third base. Andrews and Odor have really played well in this series defensively. They will be up the middle. Mike Napoli getting his first start at first base of the series, and Bobby Wilson will do the catching.
Holland's been an effective pitcher when he's been healthy. Missed the first 5 months of last season rehabbing from off-season knee surgery, the shoulder issue, which we've told you about. So he's trying to get back to form. He had 3 consecutive years where he won double-figure games, 16-5, 12-7, and 10-9. 2011 through 13 seasons.
And you can see the numbers against the Mariners. 14 starts, 9-2 record, and a 2.95 ERA. You mentioned the cloud cover. Nobody appreciates that more than the guys on the field today. We've been talking about it the last few days, and bright sunshine, but some clouds today. We have to deal with some humidity, but other than that, it's a little bit of a break for him.
Boys out in the bullpen would want in on that as well. Here's first pitch of the ball game, and it's strike 1. It's Ketel Marte. John Hirschbeck has balls and strikes today. Holland a quick worker. Some bounce foul. John Toon Payne is at first, Milwaukee at second, and James Hoy at third. 90 degrees, 108. Breaking ball.
I think for Holland, when you look at his numbers from last year, he threw his fastball about 58% of the time. Also mixing a slider and a curveball, occasional changeup from him. I think he's going to throw a lot of fastballs this afternoon.
Breaking ball, and Marte was able to hold up. Fun watching Marte blossom in front of our eyes. 2 for 4 last night, playing a good shortstop. Good speed on the base paths. Bunting game is will be starting to come around a little bit more. 2-2.
Well, he had a couple of base hits in last night's ball game from both sides of the plate. Switch hitter. I thought defensively he had a lot of action last night. Handled it fine. Didn't see him make the backhanded play, charge the ball a number of times.
Ground ball to Andrews. Throws out the Mariners shortstop and down. Holland, the first of 4 consecutive lefty starters the Mariners are going to face. Friday will be Chris Sale, the strikeout leader in the American League for the White Sox. Here's Kyle Seager. Kyle, a .325 career hitter against Texas. 7 home runs in this building. Pitch in there for a strike. Seager 6 for 24 with a homer against Derek Holland. Odor in short right field. Now line drive center field. Coming in to get it is DeShields. Out number 2.
We'll take a look at it. Kyle hits this one right on the button. Solid line drive out to center field. Now with a couple of hits in last night's ball game, including a double.
Here's MVP candidate Nelson Cruz. 4-game hitting streak, .321 batting average. RBI double first inning of last night's game. Still third in hitting in the American League behind Kipnis and Fielder. Leads the major leagues in home runs with 36. First time he's facing Holland. In fact, the breaking ball dropped in by Dirk. Down low. Holland 6'2", 215. He's out of Newark, Ohio. Turns 29 in October. Lives here in Irving, Texas. Inside to Cruz. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
If he is healthy, and it appears that he is, free and easy here. That last fastball at 93. That'd be a big lift for this club to have him back in the rotation.
Swing and a miss. Cruz is retired. 2-3 inning. 13 pitches for Holland. Nothing across for the Mariners. Rangers coming to bat. Shortstop this afternoon for the Mariners. Mike Montgomery on the mound as the Mariners try to get the rubber game in this series. Here's a look at the Texas batting order.
Delino DeShields going to lead off. A lot of speed at the top of the lineup with DeShields there. Then it's Chu, Beltre, Moreland, and Napoli in the middle of the lineup. More speed for the Rangers and Andrews and Odor. We've seen that throughout the series. Odor in the last 5 games against the Mariners, .632 average, a couple of doubles and a home run. Want to be careful with him. Wilson and Strasburger will round out the 9 for the Rangers. For Montgomery on the year, 4-5 record, 4.14 ERA, 61 strikeouts to 32 walks. Opponents hitting .248. He's given up 10 home runs this year.
First pitch from Big Money. Ball 1 to DeShields. Didn't see DeShields in the first series back in April, but boy, he has emerged as a solid player for these guys.
What he has for him is a lot of speed. Kyle Seager playing even with the bag at third. Montero was up at first base.
One of the leaders in triples with 7. Swing and a miss. So Montgomery off to the good start.
A couple of good changeups right out of the gate. He's had a good changeup this year. Opponent's hitting just 174 off of his changeup. Take a look at the defensive setup for the Mariners, brought to you by American Family Insurance. Gutierrez getting the start in left field. Jackson in center. Nelson Cruz out and right. Kyle Seager, strong game defensively in last night. Then it's Marte and Cano playing at the middle. Jesus Montero getting a start at first base, and Mike Zunino doing the catching this afternoon.
Montgomery looking for his first win since July 5. First pitch up high to Shin-Soo Choo. That last win for Monty at Oakland. He went 5 2/3, 6 hits, 1 run. It was earned, a walk, and 2 strikeouts.
I'd like to see him start off by, first of all, having a couple of efficient innings. He faced the Rangers at Safeco on the 8th. Went 4 innings, gave up 3 earned runs, but had to throw 82 pitches to get through the 4 innings.
Breaking ball hit the other way, base hit. If I remember correctly, that's a game they fouled off an extraordinary amount of pitches.
Yeah, they did, and he was having a tough time. A lot of 3-ball counts, having to throw a lot of pitches early in the ball game. Last breaking ball up in the zone. Choo hits it hard the other way.
He's up Adrian Beltre. 1 out, 1 on here in the first. Texas 3rd place in the West, 4 games behind Houston. Game and a half behind second place LA. And they're a game and a half out in the wild card chase. Beltre 0 for 4. Mariners quieted him yesterday after he went 3 for 4 in the opener, drove in 3 and got a bases loaded walk, a walk-off in the 9th on game 1. Beltre takes. Montgomery behind 3-0. Mitch Moreland on deck. Huge out last night by Carson Smith in the ball game, and a 4-pitch walk here to Beltre. 1 out, 2 on. Pitching coach. Dangerous hitter here. Mitch Moreland with 17 homers and 61 runs batted in. Mariners have shut him down to this point in the series.
The good news for Mike, and it's why he had success when he first showed up for the Mariners, is he can get himself out of trouble. Typically his fastball and changeup, he'll keep those pitches down in the zone. So if he can get a ground ball, get a double play, and get out of the inning.
Strike 1 to Moreland. Montgomery got up to the really fine start with the Mariners in June. 3-2 record, a 1.62 ERA. It's a foul ball. Look at Moreland. At one time they had Justin Smoke, Moreland, and Chris Davis in this organization.
Oh, they did. Davis, of course, having a monster year in Baltimore. Smoke has moved on to Toronto now.
Davis 34 homers, 2 behind Cruz. 89 RBIs, 2 behind Josh Donaldson, who leads the American League. Here's the 0-2.
It's taken a little bit of time for Mitch Moreland, but this year having a really nice year for the Rangers. 292 overall, 17 home runs that you mentioned. Solid defensive first baseman.
Prince Fielder getting the day off. The left-hander on the mound. Up high. Mariners with the win last night snapped the 5-game win streak of the Rangers and their 8-game home winning streak. Mariners now 8-3 against the Rangers. 4-1 here in Arlington. Bat went one way, base hit left field. Coming around is Chu. No throw. 1-0 Texas. RBI for Moreland is 62nd. That went pinwheeling towards the dugout of the Rangers.
And we'll take a look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo and the swing by Moreland. And you're right, hit it right off the end of the bat. A little bit of a slicing line drive that was slicing away from Marte. Take a look, see how close he gets. I think in that situation, you'd really like to see him dive for that ball. Probably won't be able to get it out, but at least you keep it on the infield and keep the run from scoring.
There's Mike Napoli getting a start today at first base. Napoli recently reacquired from the Boston Red Sox 12 days ago. And that hitting. Bases are loaded. Now Montgomery in all kinds of trouble with the bases loaded. And it's going to be Elvis Andrus.
And Lloyd, I thought maybe he or Rick Waite would make a trip out of the dugout, and it's Lloyd. 18 pitches so far for Montgomery, 10 of them for strikes, and we'll take a look at this pitch. Off the shin guard and right off the visor of his helmet.
First batter, he gets a strikeout, strikes out to Shields, then a base hit to Chu on a 1-1 pitch. 4-pitch walk to Beltran. Gives up a base hit to left field to Moreland, hits Napoli to load him up. Early trouble. Andrews 0 for 3 in last night's game. There are his numbers with the bases filled. Line drive, left center field. Coming around Beltre. Moreland right behind him. 2-run single. Elvis Andrus. 3-0 Texas here in the first with 1 out. A couple of ribs for Andrus, gives him 45 on the season.
An aggressive first pitch fastball out over the plate. One of the things we talked about is Mike's fastball command, working ahead in counts, having a hard time with that here in the first inning. Rangers on the year hitting .246 with runners in scoring position, but already 2 for 2 here in the first.
Not real comfortable seeing this guy come up. It's one of the better 7-hole hitters we've seen, Rougned Odor. 9 homers, 40 runs batted in. Almost. Edgar almost is already up, warming up.
Odor hit his home run to dead center field in last night's ball game. Take a look at almost. Threw the ball well in his first outing with the Mariners.
Cano to Marte. Easy double play, but damage done here in the first. The 7 men come to the plate. Rangers score 3 runs on 3 hits and leave them in. 3-0 Texas. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. By Alaska Airlines, 80 non-stop destinations and growing. By the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. Visit emeraldqueen.com. And by your local Ford stores. This little trip through downtown Dallas. We play here under cloudy and hazy conditions over in Arlington at Globe Life Park. Robinson Cano, Franklin Gutierrez, and Austin Jackson 4, 5, and 6 here for the Mariners. Robbie did not have a good night last evening, 0 for 4. A couple strikeouts, 2 weak groundouts the first.
They really went after him inside in last night's ballgame. Tried to pitch him in off the plate. Last fastball, 91 miles an hour, right on the inside corner. Going back in there again.
Up the middle, and he improves on his .357 career batting average against Derek Holland. Base hit.
Bring up Franklin Gutierrez. What a job he has done since joining the Mariners. Start of play here today. He's hitting .307 with 7 home runs and 19 RBIs, and that's in some limited duty.
Franklin 5 for 7 against Holland. 5 for 17, beg your pardon, 5 for 17. Houston Ball Club last night, a walk-off home run by Marwin Gonzalez. Down low. Angels were winners 5-3. The Houston win came in 10 innings. Oakland in 10 beat the Dodgers 5-4. 1-1 to Goody. Ball 2.
Talked a lot in this series about the Rangers and the wild card, but they're only 4 back of Houston. Try to win the West, so I'd really like to play some good baseball the rest of the way out.
Goody drives one right field. Shoes under it though. One away. Rangers have 7 games remaining with the Astros, 4 at home and 3 on the road. Jeff Bannister in his first year, last 4 years, bench coach with the Pirates. He's an organizational guy with the Pirates, dating back to Lloyd McClendon's days as manager. Somebody wearing an old Pirate jersey. Pirates having a heck of a year. Second place in the Central, the National League, 5 behind St. Louis. Austin Jackson, the hitter. Starting to rain. Big rain all around the Metroplex this morning. Saw some ominous clouds, and right now they're not ominous looking clouds over us right now, but there's a lot of big volume of clouds and rain coming down.
Fun to kind of take a look at the National League Central from time to time. You mentioned Pittsburgh. They're 23 games over 500, but they're still 5 games back of St. Louis.
That's how good the Cards are. Cubbies hanging in too. They've improved. 2-1 pitch. Austin hits one the other way. Base hit. Cano will hold it second. He's not going to run on Shin-Soo Choo. One out, 2 on here for Mike Trumbo. And Trumbo, 3-game hitting streak and good numbers against Holland.
Not a surprise to see Jackson hit the ball the other way. He's pretty much done that all year. A lot of base hits up the middle and into right field.
You're talking about the NL Central. Pirates and the Cubs right now hold the wild card spots.
That's a tough division.
Mariners play the NL Central next year. So Trumbo, a .289 hitter against Holland, 4 homers and 9 runs batted in. Strike one. Light rain falling here in Arlington. So 1-1 to Mark Trumbo. Just the second appearance this season for Holland. Mike Maddox, pitching coach, longtime pitching coach here, keeping a sharp eye on Derek. 2-1 here to Trumbo. Chance here for Trumbo to wail on a pitch. 2-1. 3-1. Jesus Montero's on deck. Second 3-ball count for Holland. And an easy first. 1-2-3 with a strikeout of Cruz. 2 base hits here.
Yeah, he tried to pitch him inside with the fastball. Another fastball in off the plate.
Full count. Cano and Jackson, the base runners. Payoff here to Trumbo. Rich Donnelly already on the warning track, had to get out of the way of that foul ball.
He's paying attention too. He's seeing a lot of fastballs inside. That last one in off the plate as he pulled it foul.
Green is backed off. Three two to Trumbo.
7 pitches, and you can see on the EQC tracer all those pitches inside to him. Last one middle in.
Striking out. Second K for Holland. 2 away here in the second inning. Brings up Jesus Montero, and in the heat the last couple of days before the games, you saw him doing some running of the steps here in this 100-degree heat.
Yeah, running the stadium. Talked to him about it after the game, and he just kind of smiled and said, when you're not playing every day, you have to keep doing your work. And I thought that was pretty good for him to go out on his own. Nobody had to tell him. And it was 97 degrees when he was running.
That's a lather.
Yes.
This will be pitch number 20 for Holland. If you put up a before and after picture of Montero, say from a year and change ago to now, and the contrast is stark. Down 40+ pounds. Center field, almost in his tracks to Shields. Makes the catch. Mariners lead 2-on in the second and trail 3-0. takes the hill against the White Sox and Chris Sale. Plus, it's fireworks night, so enjoy 2 great performances from the Kings Court for only $35. Get your seats right now. Mariners.com/Felix. Rest of the matchups for the White Sox. Our first time seeing them this season. Our CenturyLink What's Next, Chris Sale and Felix. Carlos Rodon against Adam Nuno, and John Danks against Taijuan Walker. Danks seems to always pitch well against the Mariners. Bobby Wilson, the catcher, leads off here in the home second, followed by Ryan Strasburger, the left fielder, and back to the top of the order, Delino DeShields.
And you mentioned it earlier, but with Holland going today, that'll be a left-hander against the Mariners through the next 4 games. So Montero and Gutierrez is going to get a lot of playing time.
Puts away Wilson on 3 pitches. Second strikeout from Montgomery. Bring up Strasburger. Recent call up. They like him. Fourth consecutive start. Play all 3 outfield spots. Strike 1.
One of the things that we've seen from him is he can also run. Hit his first major league home run just before the Mariners came to town.
Montgomery giving up 3 runs on 3 hits in the first inning. RBI single to Moreland, 2-run single to Andrus. Comebacker. 2 outs. Let's take a look at our Delta Airlines keep climbing standings. Central Division American League. How about that? Kansas City Royals, defending American League champions, up 13.5. And right now they like the fact that Minnesota's tied 2-2 with the Yankees in the 6th. Tigers have fallen off the face of the earth. White Sox made a run a couple 3 weeks ago, but they faded. The Indians had a tough year. Swing and a miss by DeShields. Dave Dombrowski, recently cut loose by Detroit, signed up yesterday with the Boston Red Sox as their president GM. Push bunt goes foul. I suspect next year at this time, Mr. DeShields will be laying down 15-20 attempts.
I think that's conservative. I think that he'll probably do it quite a bit more. Already seen him get a bunt base hit here in this series.
One, 2. Oh, nice catch. Got a camera well. Way to go, Kenny. Good grab, my man.
Quick
Kenny,
hands.
good job, baby.
Quick hands.
Wow. Headed all the way.
Just listening to Juan Pierre. Remember Juan Pierre?
Yeah.
He was talking about the other day, and they're asking him about bunting and the art of it. And not a lot of guys do it anymore. And he said he would try to get 15 to 20 hits a year bunting.
Yeah. Sounds like he's been listening to the Rod Carews of the world. Smart play. You got wheels, use them.
Yeah.
2-2 pitch coming. Full count. Shields struck out on 1-2 pitch. Lead off the home first. Shin-Soo Choo on deck. Walked it. He's walked 1, and that walk came around and scored. It was Beltre in the first inning. Seen too many walks scored in this road trip.
You're absolutely right. It started in Boston, and it seems that when they walk somebody, they are going to score. You mentioned the 1 walk in the first, but especially to the leadoff hitter, he has 1 home run on the year. With his speed, make him earn his way on the bases.
Chu with a base hit to left, first time up. Here's the 1-0. Inside, 2-0. We had the soundbite from Montgomery talking about fastball command in the open. Hasn't been up to par, up to where he'd like it right now.
I saw him out in the bullpen here, and he was going through that towel drill that they'll do from time to time. And he was out there with Rick Waits and watching him, and basically just trying to repeat everything over and over again. Having a hard time doing that in the game right now.
Behind 2-0 to Chu with Beltre on deck. Shields 21 steals. He's been caught 5 times. Random. Shoot, taking all the way, 3-1.
See all those fastballs, all of them up. Able to get the call on the 3-0 pitch, but still up out of the strike zone.
This will be pitch number 40 as we play here in the 2nd inning. And 2 to Chu. 2 outs, man at first. Shields good lead. He takes off. Pitch to Chu. Another walk. 3rd walk. We're in the 2nd inning. 2 outs, 2 on. It is now time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use hashtag RTNW Data Strong Fan, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. Not a desirous situation here. 2 out, 2 on. Adrian Beltre, the hitter.
We talked about it when he pitched against Texas at Safeco Field back on the 8th. It lasted 4 innings, had to throw 82 pitches to get through 4 innings, and he's on that kind of pace right now.
Not surprisingly, Beltre tried to leave the building. 1-1. Two out trouble here for Montgomery. 1-1 to Beltre. Tried it again. Might have got a piece. I don't know, it's the backswing or the foul ball got a piece of Zunino.
Well, watch Beltre go down to a knee in the backswing. Yeah, and he gets him on, looks like on the back of the hand, maybe the wrist.
Important pitch here, 1-2. Left hand.
Yeah.
This will be pitch number 25 in the inning. Wow. Two good things. Beltre jumped out of the way and Zunino made the save. Impressive.
A couple of good athletes right there.
You know it. 2-2.
Take a look at Adrian Beltre getting out of the way, jumps in the air, and Mike's still able to keep it in front of him.
2-2 pitch. Here's Marte. Flip to Cano. Trouble over in the second inning as the Rangers strand two, but still lead at 3-0. Three on this road trip, trying to come home 500 and enjoy a day off tomorrow. And then the White Sox and the A's come to town before we hit the road again for a long road trip. The last two roadies are long ones. Here's Mike Zunino to lead off. Mike Z on a 3-game hitting streak. High fly ball that's going to hook foul.
Talk about the left-handers in 4 in a row. Now, this might be a situation where maybe, as you mentioned, Mike starting to swing the bat a little bit better, can get hot. I think if he can look out over the plate, react to pitches as he did on that last changeup. Typically, left-handers are going to pitch the righties away.
On 3 pitches, third strikeout for Holland, 1 away. Next 3 Coors Light Silver Bullet Saturday. It's coming up this weekend. First 400 fans 21 and older in the pen during early happy hour receive a Silver Bullet Saturday t-shirt and extended happy hour pricing until first pitch. Plus, fans will have the opportunity to win autographed Mariners merchandise, tickets, and more. Top of the order, and Marte grounded out to short. Mariners had 2 hits in the second inning. Cano and Jackson, first and second, couldn't get them with 1 out, couldn't get them in. Holland 8 of 10 first pitch strikes.
We talked about him coming off the disabled list. Really not sure what to expect from him. His stuff is good today. He's had a good fastball, 92 to 94 miles an hour. He's throwing all of his pitches.
Swinging a miss, 4th strikeout. 2 down.
I'm going to show the numbers on him and his dominance over the Mariners through the years.
Oof.
He looks like the same guy to me this afternoon. He's taking another look at the changeup now. Kyle hit the ball hard his first time up, lined out to the center fielder. Kyle with a couple of hits last night, including a double, and scored a run.
Holland looks like he slept well and got to the ballpark early and excited. Strike one to Kyle. There's the 0-1. Missed away. Good breaking ball. 1-2.
Took a lot off the curveball. 77 miles an hour. Well located on the outside corner and at the knees.
1-2 pitch. Fair ball. Easy play for Napoli. Holland breezes through the third, needing just 11 pitches. He's got a 3-0 lead. For our Geico This Day in MLB history, the Boone, Brett Boone, makes his major league debut at Baltimore. First three-generation player in major league history. Singles in his first at-bat, driving in a run. His granddad Ray played 1948 to 1960, Cleveland, Detroit, Kansas City, Milwaukee, and Boston. Of course, his father with the Phillies and Kansas City, and the Angels, among other teams. And Aaron with Cincinnati and the Yankees. Cano, a couple quick steps, snags, takes away a base hit from Mitch Moreland.
I believe his base hit was off of a former Mariner, Arthur Rhodes. Arthur was starting at the time. If I remember right, yeah, I was there. And then he had a line drive back up the middle off of Arthur in his first hit.
Good start for Montgomery here in the third.
No, you're right. He needs an efficient inning. His pitch count at 48 pitches, a little bit too high for him. Throw a lot of pitches in the first two, 21 and then 25 or 6 in the second. So he needs to have a quick inning.
Rain shower in the sun right now. Napoli hit by a pitch. This will be pitch number 50.
Pretty good changeup at the bottom of the strike zone. Didn't get the call.
Bounce foul past Tony Beasley, third base coach. Hector Ortiz, the Rangers coach at first. Napoli, a bullet off the glove of Kyle Seager into left field for a base hit. Crunched.
Kyle had come up with that one. That would have been a gem. Right, it was a rocket. Take a look at it. We talk about first step quickness at third base. A lot of times it's a step and a dive, and it goes right off the end of the glove.
One out, one on. Elvis Andrus. First pitch that he saw. This was after Lloyd McClendon came out for a quick conversation with Montgomery. And Elvis' first pitch swinging. Single to left, drove in 2.
He was able to get a fastball that was up out over the plate.
Apple's probably honored that Montgomery even threw over there at first. Mike's not going anywhere. One Andrews. One and one to the Rangers shortstop. One out, man at first. Foul off his foot. Playing music from Zorba the Greek. I'd like to see Montgomery dance out of this situation with one out, one on. Might be able to do it. And throws high. Out at second is Napoli.
These are one of the things that I think that we talked about with Marte. Talented young man, a lot to learn. You take a look. First, he wants to flip the ball to Cano when he should take it his entire way. Then he does, and it looks as if he steps on the base with his right foot. Could have stayed behind it. Would have been fine. Rushed the throw a little bit. High throw. Unfortunately, it went in the camera well as you take a look at his feet right there. Tough to push off when you have your right foot on top of the base like that.
Fielder's choice E6. Runner to second. Now Rougned Odor. One to Odor, bounced into a double play his first time. One pitch. 2-1. Third inning, and as you can see there, Monty getting ready to throw his 60th pitch. We're in the third. Mariners down 3-0. 3 runs in the first. Moreland and RBI. Andrus drove in 2. Broken bat ground ball. Montero feeds to Montgomery, and that'll do it. Error proved not to be costly. Score remains 3-0 Texas. Honda. Get a dream deal on your favorite Honda now at your Honda dealer. By BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. And by AM/PM, too much good stuff. AT Stadium, about 2 par 5s from here. Seahawks play there November 1. Jerry's World. It is one tremendous facility. Final Fours, bowl games. Matter of fact, they open up the college football season there. Alabama and Wisconsin. September 5. Nelson Cruz to lead it off, followed by Robinson Cano and Franklin Gutierrez. Alley struck out swinging on a 2-2 pitch, first time up. That is a foul ball. Two hits for the Mariners, Cano and Jackson in the second inning. Mariners couldn't drive him home. Holland struck out 4, hasn't walked anybody. Holland in just his second appearance this season. Major shoulder problems have really curtailed his availability. That previous start, the 10th of April, through 9 pitches, left trailing 1-0. This one scorched center field. DeShields outruns it. Nice play. That ball hit on the butt. Man.
We talked about him covering a lot of ground. Jew giving him a hard time. I think he was fooled on the line drive. If you take a look at this catch.
Big Fish Casino, big catch. Speed something in it.
It is. You can see the ball at the end of his glove. I thought maybe it had a chance to come out, but he had to make an adjustment real quick once he hit the wall. And you're right, Dave. He just outran it. I think he thought he had it early on, didn't realize how hard it was hit.
Typical of a lot of balls we see Cruz hit that way. Hits it, as a right-hand hitter. It's so hard it slices away.
Yeah. Cano with a base hit his first time up, single up the middle.
On 1 to Robbie. Started the day of .357 hitter against Holland with a homer and 5 runs batted in. Two and 2. Welcome day off at home for the Mariners tomorrow. And the next one is October 1st. There's Cano, weak wave, he's gone. 5 strikeouts for Holland, 2 down here in the 4th. Mariners Care and Packard are hosting a book drive at Safeco Field next Tuesday. It benefits Page Ahead Children's Literacy Program. Fans are encouraged to bring new books or make a cash donation at the gates to provide reading material for children in need in our community. 2 outs in the 4th. Here's Goody. Two.
Has it all working. Spots a fastball in the outside corner, comes right back with an 83-mile-an-hour changeup that's down and on the outside corner.
Worked inside, missed 1 and 2. All and 2 strikes. Holland comes in with a career record of 51 wins, 39 losses, a career ERA of 4.24. I mentioned 9 and 2 against the Mariners. .295 ERA. 18 games, 14 starts. 1-2. Ball 2 to Franklin. Holland pitching here in the 4th. That's pitch number 60. Coming up right here, number 60. What a strikeout day for Holland. They get a big welcome back here from Ranger fans and his teammates. He's got 6 Ks through 4 and a 3-0 lead. From Moreland, an RBI and 2 from Andrus. Hey, next Monday, join us for a Sashi Iwakuma no-hitter celebration night at Safeco Field. First 20,000 fans receive a commemorative T-shirt designed by a Mariners fan. Plus, select main level tickets are only $18 in honor of number 18. So take advantage of the special offer at mariners.com/Kuma. Bobby Wilson struck out on 3 pitches. Montgomery with 2 strikeouts. He's walked 3. 1 of the 3 walks is scored. Meanwhile, Holland struck out 6. He hasn't walked anybody, giving up just 2 hits. Backhanded nicely by Seager. Long throw. And there's 1 away.
Left fielder Ryan Strasburger.
Except Strasburger.
Good look at Kyle. Look at the backhanded play. He knows the catcher is running plenty of time. Strong throw, and you see Montero fighting, trying to keep his foot on the edge of the base.
Strasburger first time up and a comebacker to Montgomery. Nice out for Cano. 2 away.
Let's see if Mike can finish a quick inning. And runner in scoring position in every inning. 3 runs coming in the first. A lot of stressful pitches for him here early on.
Here we are in the bottom of the 4th. It's DeShield's 3rd plate appearance. He's struck out and walked. 9 of Montgomery's 11 outs on groundouts. No runs, 1 hit since that Rocky first inning. 3 runs on 3 hits. Through the hole, base hit. 5th hit for Texas. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. 2 outs, 1 on for Shin-Soo Choo. Base hit, the left and walk. Strike one, Shin-Soo. Hit hard left field, going back Goody. Track, he's there. Nice catch. Ball hit hard by Shin-Soo Choo. An 8-pitch inning for Montgomery. No harm done. 3-0 Texas. Good work by Gutierrez. The Rangers have a 3-0 lead. Rubber match of this series. Mariners 1-2 in Boston. They'd love to get the win here today to finish this road trip 3-3. Austin Jackson leads off. Holland is on top of his game with 6 strikeouts through 4 innings.
The Mariners have only been able to put pressure on him in the second. They had runners on first and second with 1 out. That's been it.
Andrews throws out Jackson. 1 out here in the 5th. Support those who protect our West. Now until August 31st. A portion of every purchase of Coors Banquet will be donated to the Wildland Firefighter Foundation. Learn more about the foundation and the Protect Our West program at wmfoundation.org. Mike Trumbo tried to drive in a couple of runs in the second inning. 1 out, struck out on a 3-2 pitch and a long at bat.
And Holland just pitched him inside like he did right there. Just good fastballs, all of them inside.
Going to get out of play. Holland sharp. 12 out of 16 first pitch strikes. Clearly, see what his game plan is against Trumbo.
He's only thrown him 2 off-speed pitches, 1 in his first at bat and 1 in this one. They're both change-ups away from him. Everything else fastballs inside.
2-1. That one hammered left field. It is out of here. Line drive home run by Mark Trumbo, his 6th of the season, his 20th RBI. Mariners on the board. It's 3-1 Texas. And Trumbo, you know he feels good after striking out the first time. That's his 5th career home run against Derek Holland.
And he finally gets a pitch he likes. It's a changeup, 81 miles an hour, middle in, and he lines it into the season. That home run left the ballpark in a hurry.
Impressive. Here's Montero. He's going to get extra bases here. Chu will retrieve and get it in. A stand-up double by Jesus Montero. Some back-to-back hits for the first time in this ball game by the Mariners. For Jesus, his 5th double.
Inside out swing on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Holland went from cruising, Mariners home run, and then a double on the next pitch.
Dave Zunino joined the party. Struck out an 0-2 pitch first time up. He did commit. Strike one. 375 feet, and that line drive home run by Trumbo. Zunino represents a tying run. Pitch outside. 2-1. A couple other games in action right now. Bottom 4. Miami at Milwaukee 5-5. Yankees lead in New York 4-3 over Minnesota. Dodgers and Oakland no score. And Zunino's got a really good count here at 3-1. On deck is Ketel Marte. Third 3-ball count by Holland. Like a little late, 3-2. Montero, pretty good lead at second. And a 3-2 to Zunino. Popped it up. Moreland, can he get there? He does. Make that Napoli, beg your pardon. Moreland's been there the last 2 nights. So nice job by Napoli going back on that. The pop. 2 down. Let's take a look at our Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Day off tomorrow. Sox. See them a lot coming up these next 2 weekends. A's will be in town, then a long road trip. Chicago, Houston, and Oakland gets us into the month of September. And don't forget, big fireworks show on Friday night. And a very good pitching matchup. Our rebounding Felix Hernandez goes against Chris Sale, American League strikeout leader. Beltre vacuums this up. Inning over. Mariners get a run on 2 hits. No errors and leave a man. Trumbo with his 5th career home run off of Derek Holland. Mariners on the board. It's 3-1 Texas. Try a real triple play. ST Express buses, Link Light Rail, and Sounder trains. Weigh your options at soundtransit.org. Adrian Beltre leads off, followed by Mitch Moreland and Mike Napoli, 3-4-5 here for the Rangers.
Tough inning here for Mike that he's going to have to work through the Mariners, just getting one of the runs back. A good changeup off the outside corner. Beltre well out in front of it.
Adrian walking a run scored in the first. Fielder's choice in the second. On top of a pitch, bounces it down to Seager. Kyle throws him out.
It's one of those things with the starting pitcher. When the offense scores you a run, try to get him right back in the dugout. Get some momentum going on the offensive side of things. So he's had to throw a lot of pitches. 71 pitches for him so far. 45 strikes for Mike. Moreland 1 for 2 out of base hit and scored a run.
Austin Jackson in center field, about 6-7 steps towards left center for Moreland. Breaking ball in there for strike. Two and one. After a rocky first inning, Montgomery no runs on 2 hits since then. He's thrown a lot of pitches.
It seems that his fastball command has gotten a little bit better for him. Struggled with that through the first few innings.
Swing and a miss. Gets Moreland. Well done. Third strikeout. 2 away here in the 5th inning. So Mike Napoli. Hey kids, head back to school in style with the Mariners backpack. Thanks to Boeing. It's free to all youngsters this coming Sunday as part of Salute the Kids Day at Safeco Field. Join us for the 1:10 matinee against the White Sox when you pick up your tickets at Mariners.com. Ball 1 to Napoli. That was an effective pitch.
He has a good changeup today. Threw a good changeup to Beltre. Was able to get the strikeout of Moreland on the changeup.
Napoli fouls it off. 1-2. Up high. Montgomery 3 walks, 1 in the first, 2 in the second. Pitch to Napoli. Breaking ball misses.
He hit him with a curveball in the first and almost hit him in the back foot that time with a curve. Curveball just 74 miles an hour.
Three 2 pitch. Free pass. 4th walk of the afternoon.
Napoli has been on base all 3 times. Hit by pitch, base hit, and now with a walk.
Shortstop Elvis Andrus, 2-run single in the first, reached on fielder's choice. E6 by Marte in the 3rd inning. This with that breaking ball, ball 1. Bad count for Money. 2-0. 2 out, runner at first. Andrus has already touched him up for a 2-run single. 2-1 on pitch number 85. Foul ball. 2-2. Rangers come into today's game 2 games above 500 at 60 and 58. 4 games behind first place Houston, a game and a half behind in the wild card race. Popped it up. Playable. Zunino's got it under control. Makes the play. The walk does not hurt Montgomery, who moved to the 6th inning. Coming up for the Mariners, Kyle Seager, Nelson Cruz, and Robinson Cano. Mariners looking forward to heading home for a nice homestand. Time now for a T-Mobile Data Strong photo of the game. Linden working hard there. In front of looks like a projection screen TV. Dissolves the solution.
And that looks like Kyle Seager at home plate, and Kyle Seager's going to lead off here.
First I thought he was rushing Halloween there for a second. All one to Kyle, was lined out to center and grounded out to first. Holland threw 4, had 6 strikeouts. Mariners got to him with a home run by Trumbo on a 2-1 pitch, a line drive into the left field stands. Montero doubled. That was it. Seager into the gap. Chu will not be able to get it. Base hit for Kyle. Fine start here in the 6th. Don't forget to stick around after the game for Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines with Angie and Bill. Get a little preview of that White Sox series. White Sox coming to town, 4th place Central Division, well out of it, 16.5 back, but they still have Chris Sale. He is among the nastiest pitchers in the major leagues. 208 strikeouts, leads the American League.
I would say most of the left-handed hitters would like to have that day off.
Spend an extra day with the family. We've seen him a couple times in Chicago in particular. Man, he was murdered. Strike one to Cruz, strike two to Cruz.
For Holland, 78 pitches, 51 strikes. It's been really sharp today. Made a mistake to Trumbo on a changeup. Mark hit it out of the ballpark.
Nelly through the hole, base hit. 5-game inning streak for Cruz, and here come the Mariners. Another 2-hit inning. Got 2. Somebody give me 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's. Mr. Martinez says, "Get greedy."
Get greedy. Here's an off-speed pitch, little breaking ball. Great opportunity for the Mariners here in the 6th.
Here's up Cano. He's got a base hit to center and a strikeout.
You need somebody to come up with a big base hit. As you see, Nelson Cruz now reached base in 30 consecutive games. Mariners 0 for 4 runners in scoring position so far, and had a lot of opportunities.
There you go, base hit. I'll have to hold Seager. That loads him up. Three consecutive hits. Goody with the chance to do some damage here. Keone Kela is up in the bullpen.
Mike Maddox walking out to the mound. Buy some time for Keela to get loose. 80 pitches for Holland. Last rehab start, I was told that he'd thrown 94 pitches, so his pitch count, he should be okay. But this is his first start back.
Been a while since the Mariners had 3 consecutive hits in an inning. Rare 3-hit innings they've had recently. They've had a couple 4-hit innings.
You can see Franklin Gutierrez stepping in. Franklin 0 for 2, but in these situations he's been really good for the Mariners.
And she hit grand slam at Detroit. Huge moment for him and the Mariners. Ground ball, Andrews. Odor, Napoli double play, run scores, 3-2 ball game. Seager scores. Cruz to third.
And we'll take a look at Andrews' routine. Franklin being aggressive.
Pick up at least the run. Base hit to tie it.
Austin's 1 for 2, had a base hit into right field, line drive into right field.
One-0 pitch. Just outside. 2-0. Good rip. 2-1. Tying run at third. Nelson Cruz. 2-1 pitch here to Jackson. Ball 3. Trumbo's on deck. Solo home run in the 5th on a 2-1 pitch. A line drive into the left field stands. McManus, pitching coach for Texas. A little anxious moment for him. Austin hits one down to Beltray. And that'll do it. Mariners get a run on 3 hits, no errors, and leave a man. Run a little bit closer. It's 3-2 Texas. Yoshi Iwakuma with the win last night. 150th professional win. There you see his numbers in Japan and here in the major leagues, and career strikeout number 500 here in the bigs. Congratulations, and he'll be on the mound on Monday.
Really good to see him back up his no-hit performance with a fine performance yesterday. Tough place to pitch. Was able to go 7 innings, giving up a couple of runs.
Bottom 3 in the order for Texas: Rougned Odor, Bobby Wilson, Ryan Strasburger. Against Mike Montgomery, a bunt. It goes foul.
Well, they're calling him
He's out. Ball touched him in fair territory. Jeff Bannister coming out, talk to John Hirschbeck.
Take a look at it. We've seen him try to punt before. And it does. It looked like it hit him right in the thigh. Right there, he's out of the batter's box. Right there.
Yep, and he tried to avoid it. Couldn't do it.
We're having a discussion about it.
Bill Welke, John Turpin, James Hoy, and John Hirschbeck.
And we'll take another look. See if it hits him in the thigh. I'm not sure it hit him.
Bannister not liking what he's hearing.
He's going to lose the argument. He will be out.
Two unassisted. One out. Bobby Wilson, the batter. He's 0 for 2.
Good break to get Odor out of there.
Oh, yes, sir.
Don't want him running around the bases.
This is the time of game where he would definitely try to do it. Pitch to Wilson.
90 pitches for Mike.
It's 2-0 to Bobby Wilson. Started the day hitting a .192. Now 3-0. .30 pitch. Jackson at center, playing Wilson to pull, which he does. Backhanded by Marte. Strong throw. Gets out number 2, and here's Angie Mente.
Left fielder Ryan Strasburger.
Good for you. Enjoy it. Way to go, Edge. 2 outs. Strasburger goes back to get another bat. Line drive off the glove of Marte. Two-out base runner here in the 6th.
And I think this fooled him a little bit. Started to jump up for it. It goes off of his glove. And look at the line drive. Almost off the side of it. Off the side of his glove. Montgomery now at 95 pitches. See him get out of this inning. Nice to see Taijuan Walker going 6 innings to start the series, and then Iwakuma 7 yesterday, helping the bullpen a little bit. Good pickoff.
And save! Missed him or got him late.
Well, he just didn't get the tag down. Tagged him really high up around the waist area, and by then his foot was in the base. So it's a good play by Montgomery, obviously, with the pick, and then Montero played it perfectly. We'll take another look at the tag. Plenty of time, and just didn't get it down on the ground. Right. Here's another look at it. You have to get it down. You have to get that glove down in there, and you can see his foot hit the bag before he tagged him. Those are the little things with the young shortstop that Chris Woodward is going to stay after him about, that kind of play.
Turns out not to hurt him. Gets out of the inning. Catches a break, just like the error he had back in the third. 9 pitches for Montgomery, 3-2 ball game. Could save you 15% or more on car insurance. By Jack in a Box for a limited time, try the new Portobello Mushroom Buttery Jack with melted garlic herb butter. By Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. And by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. Good look at Globe Life Park here in Arlington, Texas. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew, as we wrap up our second visit of 3 here to Arlington. We'll be back September 18, 19, and 20, a weekend series to begin the final road trip of the season, which will take us to Kansas City and the Angels. Trumbo pounds this one on the ground to Andrews, throws him out. Mark had homered in his previous at bat.
It's like Mike Montgomery this afternoon is finished. Tom Wilhelmsen getting loose out in the bullpen. For a rough first inning, Mike did a good job to get through 6 innings today. Made an adjustment. Let's take a look at Tom in the pen.
Montero flied out to center in his first at bat, doubled to right center, second time up. Holland first and 4 consecutive lefties the Mariners will be seeing, so Jesus going to get his at bats these next few days. 1-2.
And it looks like Joe Beimel has also joined Tom in the pen.
Mariners got a home run from Trumbo in the 5th. Bases loaded, ground out, make that base loaded double play, scored a run. That was in the 6th. Popped up, Wilson, Napoli taking a look. Around 85 degrees here in Arlington. Started at 90. Andrews can't make the play. Base hit for Montero. He's got 2 hits today.
Looked like Andrews, when he was reaching for it, lost his balance.
This Saturday is Robinson Cano bobblehead night when the Mariners host the White Sox at 6:10. Thanks to Root Sports, the first 20,000 fans are going to pick up this collectible. That's as sweet as Robbie Swing. Stop by Mariners.com for tickets to Robinson Cano bobblehead night. Ball's really hit hard by Montero. Jeff Bannister coming out to get his left-hander. Holland's second start of the season. Nice work as he goes 6 1/3. Crowd on its feet here. Goes 6 1/3, gives up 2 runs. On 2, 4, 7, 8 hits. A nice comeback from the left-hander from Newark, Ohio, 3-2, Texas.
Last start was April 10th, and here he is mid-August. But he had good stuff today. Topped out at 94 miles an hour. Good command of his fastball. Able to use all of his off-speed pitches. Really kept the Mariners off balance in this one. But say for his first outing back, everybody would be happy about that in Texas.
Yes, indeed. If you look at his line.
6 1/3, 8 hits, a couple of runs. They were 93 pitches, 62 strikes.
1 out, 1 on. Pride of Chief South High School in Seattle, Keona Kella. Cernino fouls one back. Mike today is struck out, fouled out the first.
6-5 record, ERA right at 3, 52 strikeouts in 48 innings. Opponents hitting .251. He's given up 4 home runs this year. Good fastball in the mid to upper 90s with his fastball.
Keller pitched an inning last night, struck out 2. That was in the 9th. One and two to Zunino. Texas, all 3 runs first inning. Moreland an RBI single, 2-run single by Andrus. Mariners on the board in the 5th. Trumbo a home run. And on a double play, scoring with Seager in the 6th. Bases loaded double play, and Zunino just hanging in.
Well, the Mariners won the game yesterday 3-2. They scored all 3 of their runs in the first inning.
Montero at first, his 2nd hit of the day. Up and into Zunino, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Zunino's gone. 2nd time he's K'd today. 2 outs.
Bring up the switch hitter, Marte. Looking for his first base hit. 0 for 3 today.
Gets through Wilson. Montero will get to 2nd without a throw. There's the tying run at 2nd base. A wild pitch. Tying run out there for Marte. Pitch. There it is. Base hit. Here comes Montero around 3rd. Getting a wave on the throw from DeShields. Play at the plate. Got him. So Mariners denied here in the 7th. Rangers still lead at 3-2. Change your bucket list. Play today. 7th inning stretch time here in Arlington at Globe Life Park. Mariners trail 3-2, and another runner gunned down at the plate. Morrison got thrown out 2 nights ago, and here's Montero. Little stumble coming around 3rd. DeShields can do a lot of things, and now we know he's got a good throwing arm from center field.
Well, and a clutch base hit by Marte. Coming up with the base hit, and you see Montero trying to get there, but a good play by Bobby Wilson at home. A 1-hop throw into the plate.
Nice sportsmanship by Bobby Wilson to help him up.
Good hard slide from Montero.
Damn straight in.
Joe Beimel is going to take over. Montgomery ended up going 6 innings, but now it'll be Joe's turn.
Good recovery after Rocky first inning by Montgomery. Good work. Finish up no runs on 3 hits over his last 5 innings.
And for Montgomery, 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs. They were earned. 4 walks. High walk total for him this afternoon. 3 strikeouts, 96 pitches, 59 of those for strikes.
Shin-Soo Choo, Beimel's first hitter.
And for Joe, 41 appearances on the year, 3.86 ERA. Opponents hitting .263 against him.
Tough break. Mariners had Choo in the 7th in the game Monday. Throw out Morrison at the plate for the 3rd out. 3rd out here in the 7th. It's Montero. As the Shields throws him out. Choo, Beltre, and Moreland 2-3-4 here against Joe Biden. James Hoy did not go. Ball 2-2-2. Choo today, first inning single to left field and a run scored, a walk, and then a line out. Keeps the bat alive with that foul off. Joe pitched most recently on Sunday. Gave up a run, walked the batter.
And for Joe, he's not overpowering. He's going to move his fastball around. It'll be anywhere from 85 to 90 miles an hour. A lot of off-speed pitches from him. Just trying to keep the hitters off balance.
3-2 pitch. Hitting. Happily was hit the first inning by Montgomery. Bring up Beltre with the man aboard. Beltre today walked and scored in the first, reached in the fielder's choice and grounded out to safety.
Tom Wilhelmsen ready to go in the pen, but Lloyd's waiting because you have Moreland, the left-handed hitter, waiting out on deck. A couple of right-handers after that. There's Tom.
Strike one, Adrian. One final in the American League. Yankees beat Minnesota 4-3. Baldy gets the win. He's 13-2. Run support for him has been up around 7-8 runs a game. Milwaukee leads Miami 7-6, top 6. That's in Milwaukee. A's lead the Dodgers 1-0, bottom 2. That's in Oakland. Anything else later on?
Well, the Rangers at this point certainly aware of Joe Beimel's move to first. Not much of a lead for Choo over there.
Tough play. It's going to go foul. 1-2, Joe Biden. On in relief with Mike Montgomery. Veteran left-hander, been around. He was with Texas in spring training, released in April. And then the Mariners signed him up. A good year with the Mariners last year. There's that move. Montero gone back. That'll ruin.
You could really hear Hector Ortiz, the first base coach, yelling back when Joe was making his move over to first. So he's really watching him, doing his job.
We're lucky our microphones. Well, you know from being down there how important communication is, and our microphones pick up a lot of it. Cruz over to get it. There's a throw to first on airmail. Way too much. Shoe was 3/4 of the way to second. One out. Bring up Mitch Moreland. RBI single in the first inning. Third inning ground out the second. Fifth inning strikeout. Strike one, gets that outside corner. Jake Diekman heating up for Texas.
Hard throwing left-hander. He's hitting 98 last night.
Two. Bimal from St. Mary's, Pennsylvania, northwest part of the state. A couple hours from Cleveland, not too far from Erie. High drive, right field. Cruz. He made the catch, didn't he? Yes.
No, he did not.
No, he didn't. He saw the home run by Moreland. First base umpire had his fist up. John Payne. Turns out to be a two-run homer by Moreland for Mitch. Home run number 18. RBI 62 and 63.
Wasn't sure if he had enough of it. Great effort by Cruz. You can see him going back up against the wall. Leak. Looks like it's just out of the reach of his glove, and it is.
And Cruz came down. Watching the first base umpire, looked like first it looked like he had it. First base umpire had his fist up. Now Napoli. So a 5-2 lead now. Napoli crushes one. Deep left center field. No doubt about that one. That's good 20 rows back. 13th homer for Mike. Back-to-back home runs here for the Rangers. 0-1 pitch. Mike Napoli goes yard.
And Mike Zunino going to make a trip out to the mound. Let's take a look at the swing by Napoli. Looked like a changeup off-speed pitch.
So those opportunities that the Mariners had didn't cash in on them. Now the lead is 6-2.
David Rollins getting loose.
Another one well tagged. Good grief. 3 consecutive home runs. Elvis Andrus on the board with his 6th, his 44th run batted in. 3 consecutive home runs. That'll do it for Joe B here in the 7th.
84 miles an hour elevated on the outside corner.
That's a tough afternoon. 7-2 Texas lead. Power play, 3 bombs here in the 7th inning. Moreland, Napoli, Andrews. Rough day for Joe Bible.
A lot of high leg kicks there.
Right?
Yeah.
365 feet, 446 feet, 413 feet.
David Rollins, 11 appearances on the year, a 7.63 ERA, 15 a third, 12 strikeouts, 6 walks. It's a good fastball. It's been in the low to mid 90s with his fastball. Odor stepping in.
8th time in Ranger club history. They've gone back to back to back. Last time it happened, May 26th, 2012. Nelson Cruz, Torrealba, and Moreland. That was against Toronto. There's Odor. Odor trying to sign in.
He homered yesterday. Home run to center field.
Two and one. Chased that pitch 2-2. Montero gets to the bag right before Odor. 2 outs here in the 7th. Make sure you follow the Mariners wherever you are with MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball. At bats up to the moment, at any moment, with in-game highlights, live book-in, replay reviews, radio broadcast, StatCast, and more. Get MLB.com at bat for your smartphone or tablet. 7th man to the plate here, Bobby Wilson. And that's drilled. Left field. Gets foul. Bobby today 0 for 3, strikeout, a couple groundouts. Oh, 2 pitch. Base hit. Last time the Mariners gave up back-to-back home runs here in Texas was April 25th of 04. Lance Nix, Rod Barajas, and Adrian Gonzalez. And that was a 6th inning off of Kevin Jarvis. Strasburg got an infield hit, stolen base, 1 for 3. Strike.
3 pitches all in the same spot. Strasburger swung at one, took one for a ball, and had one called for a strike, and you could tell he was not happy about it.
Crowd, big murmur. Their disapproval. Bouncing ball. Seager comes to get it. Nice play. Throws him out. Torturous inning. 4 runs, 4 hits, 3 home runs. Big lead now for Texas in 7-2. at the rally parakeet City Field for the Mets. Well, it's not a bird of prey, but if I were he, I'd be very careful around here. Kind of domesticated, huh? Good grief. Jake Diekman.
2.61 ERA for him, and 10 1/3. He has 8 strikeouts. Opponent's hitting just 139. He's given up 1 home run. Good fastball, mid to upper 90s with his fastball.
Came over from Philly in the Cole Hamels trade. Boy, how about the fireworks in that home 7th? Incoming. Man, 4 runs on 4 hits, 3 consecutive home runs.
Good series for Kyle, 4 for 9.
Seager, Cruz, Cano here in the 8th. Mentioned Diekman. You look at him and watch him throw, very similar to Chris Sale. We'll see on Friday when we get home. White Sox ace. It looks like he's pitching doppelganger. I mean, it's almost the exact same motion.
Almost exactly the same. Almost same build, too.
Yeah. That goes is James Hoy. Count runs full. Odor, the outfield grass. Throws him out. 1 out in the 8th.
Right fielder Nelson Cruz.
Nelson Cruz, 1 for 3, had a base hit in the 6th inning.
Nice little run he's on again. 5-game hitting streak. Ranks first in a lot of meaningful categories.
And with that base hit, he's reached base in 30 consecutive games.
On the outside corner, sees John Hirschbeck. 0-2. Wow. It's one of those getting late in the day, eh?
Yeah. With Hirschbeck, though, he typically will give you a little bit more on the outside corner. Doesn't like to call the pitch right at the bottom of the strike zone. Pitch in off the plate.
2-2 to Cruz. Sam Dyson heating up for Texas in their bullpen. 2-2. Putting up a good fight here. 2-2.
Keeps challenging him. 6 pitches, all of them fastballs, anywhere from 95 to 97 miles an hour. That last one right in the middle of the plate at 95.
Struck him out. Second time now he's Cade today. Holland getting in the first. 2 outs here in the 8th. Root Sports, looking for the ultimate fan from the state of Idaho throughout the month of August. Send us a photo and story using hashtag UltimateNWFanID or by email at ultimatefan@rootsports.com. You can win a VIP trip for 2 to Seattle in October, personalized jersey, and more. For more official rules, visit rootsports.com. Strike one to Cano. Good day for him, 2 for 3. One, two. Good prep for Sale on Friday. Pretty much same release point.
And same velocity. In the mid to upper 90s.
Oh, 2 pitch. Off the end of the bat, Beltre's there. 1, 2, 3 inning for Diekman. As we go to the home 8th. Rangers lead at 7-2. Next on the docket, a day off at home, and then the White Sox. Our first look at them this season, and that's a hasty matchup. Sale and Hernandez, 2 of the top strikeout guys. In fact, Sale is #1 in the American League. Rodon and Nuno, and then Danks and Walker. Taiwan, last 3 outings, got no decisions and didn't have great stuff, but kept the Mariners in the ball game. And his maturity level continues to rise here this season.
Well, after a rough series in Boston, Taiwan started this series off and he ended up going 6 innings. Gave up 3 earned runs, but as you mentioned, he didn't have his best fastball. He was 91, 92 with his fastball, but found a way to work through it. And that's all part of the process. A lot of growing for him this year.
Coaching staff very pleased with where he is right now and where he's going. Rollins continues on. Shields fouls it off. Right leg, that hurts. And Shields 1 for 3, and he threw out Montero from center field, trying to score from second on a 2-out base hit. That was in the 7th.
See where he gets hit. Still limping around pretty good.
Ooh.
Ankle?
Yeah, that front foot.
Really having a tough time putting weight back on it.
It's his game speed. Shake it off.
He's trying to.
Shields, Chu, and Beltre top the order here for the Rangers. Ball and 2 strikes. Thought for sure he'd come back with something boring down and in.
And a good fastball right on the inside corner.
Thought for sure he was going to throw that. There it is right there. Strikes him out. When you were playing, who was the guy that would double up? Just ridiculous stuff. And he saw you couldn't hit it. He just, have some.
A lot of guys.
But I mean, who would you put
Randy
at the top?
was one.
Right.
Randy would definitely do it.
I got another one for you, big fella.
You know, that's exactly what he would do.
Mr. Snappy.
I can honestly say he wasn't worried about your feelings as the game was going on.
So I've heard.
Yeah. Another look at Dyson out in the Rangers pen.
That could not have been a fun picture. You're struggling. You got this 6'10" guy out there with the long hair, with the stash, the glare.
That was definitely a long day. I used to shake my head when Randy would pitch, and I would be at third, and every now and then somebody would try to bunt on him, and he absolutely hated that.
Drill him.
Absolutely. Next pitch. You want to get to first base that bad? Here you go. I'll put you there.
What was the other thing he said
Golly.
about intentional walk? I don't want to pitch to him. Drill him. Pitch around the guy. Who needs 4 pitches? Boom.
And the thing about it that would be amazing to me is it would take long, for people around the league to understand that, but guys would still try it from time to time.
Like signing your entry papers into the hospital. And 2 to Chu. Struck him out. So of your generation, all right, he's on another planet in terms of being ornery. Who's the next group?
Oh, you have to put Roger Clemens in there too. Before he hurt his arm, Nolan Ryan for sure. A lot of guys.
Couple of strikeouts for Rollins here in the 8th. Brings up Beltre. 0 for 3 with a walk, a run scored. A guy that's nasty and ornery like that, got to be a tough night sleeping the night before. Sort of something you think about. I mean, you're aware of it.
Well, you're definitely aware of it, but no, nothing like that. But once the game starts, depending on how the game is going, you kind of feel those kind of things happening if they're going to. You know what I mean? You get an idea.
Two out, nobody on here in the 8th. Texas back to back home runs. in the 7th inning off of Joe Bime, the 2-run shot. Moreland, Napoli, and then Andrus. Blew it open. It was a 3-2 ball game through 6. $20,142 on hand here. Rangers 7th in attendance in the American League. Mariners 9th. See the Rangers one more time in Seattle. Labor Day, Monday the 7th, 3:40 start. Then 2 night games, that Tuesday, Wednesday, and a day game on Thursday. So a 4-game set, and then 3 more down here, 18, 19, and 20. Weekend series.
Adrian is definitely in swing mode right now. That last pitch well off the plate. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Pitch number 30 here from Rollins.
He threw that fastball, was going to hit him. You can see right there on the EQC tracer.
It's a credit to AB to be able to get a bat on that thing.
And take a look at the swing.
There's the hit he was looking for. One for 4. Walk and a run scored.
I'll bring up Mitch Moreland. You take a look at the swing by Adrian Beltre on an off-speed pitch. Mitch Moreland, what a day he is having. 2 for 4 for Moreland, but he hit his 18th home run. He's driven in 3 and scored twice.
Center field, long run for Jackson coming in. Calls off Marte, and that'll do it. Last stops for the Mariners. Goody, Jackson, Trumbo, 5, 6, and 7 in the 9th inning. Mariners down to their final 3 outs here, Goody. Jackson, Trumbo against Sam Dyson. Felix on Friday against Chris Sale. Franklin today, 0 for 3. Fly to right, strikeout, bounced into a double play.
Saw Dyson in the first game of the series, heavy sinker, 95 to 96 miles an hour. Nine appearances for him, ERA right at 1. 9 innings, 5 strikeouts.
One and two. Easy play for Dyson. Away.
Center fielder Austin Jackson.
Austin Jackson 1 for 3 today. Derek Collin, reasons for smiling, just the second start. He's had shoulder issues. He's worked his way back through 6 1/3 strong innings here today. Rangers take off for Detroit. Weekend series there, beginning tomorrow night. Left field. Catch made out there by Strasburger. 2 down. Rangers started today, game and a half out of the wild card chase. Baltimore and Texas currently holding those spots. Take the Toronto and LA, the Angels, with Baltimore and Texas in hot pursuit. Big 2-home run night last evening. Josh Donaldson of the Jays. They beat the Phillies in Philadelphia.
And speaking of home runs, Mark Trumbo a home run today, his 6th.
He's got 5 against Derek Holland. Oh, 2. Nice and ready. 0-2 pitch. Crowd on its feet. Fouls off another. Two pitch. 1-1.
Last couple of fastballs from Dyson, 98 miles an hour.
We get young arms they have in this pen. A lot of new faces. 1-2 pitch here to Trumbo. Strike 3 called. That's your ball game. Texas wins 7-2. Blew it open in the 7th inning. Moreland, Napoli, and Andrus all homered. Consecutive appearances. Holland gets the win. He's 1-1. Montgomery takes the loss. He's 4-6. Mariners finished 2-4 on this road trip.
Now this one got away from him in a hurry, as you mentioned. The 3 consecutive home runs in the 7th inning. 3-2 ball game at that point. Montgomery struggling in the first, giving up 3 runs, but settled down to give the Mariners 6 innings and the 3 earned runs for him today. He had 4 walks and 3 strikeouts.
2 hours and 39 minutes. Crowd of 20,142. Day off at home tomorrow. Back with the White Sox. First time we'll see them on Friday. Felix and Chris Sale. Right now, Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines starts right now with Andrew and Bill.